It was awesome. I didn't kind of know what I was gonna feel tonight. I had a pretty good idea. I had a lot of family in town and had a little speech ready to go, but you know, it's Wash, man. All right, Wash. I'll talk to you, man. Love you, brother. I mean, like he said, he missed a ball game to be here. That dude is baseball smoke. I mean, he lives it, breathes it, eats it, drinks it, the whole deal. So knowing that and knowing him, he sacrificed a lot to be here. Those 3 hours that Wash gets during a baseball game, they mean a lot to him. And for him to kind of put that aside for a night and to come here to show some support, that was what sent this night over the edge for me.
You said in your speech that baseball has been your greatest teacher.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is the most important thing baseball taught you about not baseball?
Yeah, I think I mentioned a little bit, but it's like coping skills. You get used to, in a weird way, getting used to getting your butt whipped a little bit in this game, and you have to answer that. You can't stay down. I think I cope a little better when things don't go my way because I'm used to it. I've had a lot of moments in this game where things just didn't go my way, even though the preparation was there, the work was there, everything I was supposed to do happened. But the result of the baseball game wasn't maybe what I thought it should have been. I've learned to cope, and I've taken that with other parts of my life. I'm not owed much. My job is still to kind of do the same as I do as a baseball player, do the things I'm supposed to do, and be able to kind of deal with the result.
Can you talk about how, from the time you were traded away to now, how your relationship with the club has evolved from the point where you were with JD to now being a trusted assistant,
Right.
offered the manager's job, and all this stuff?
Yeah, it does mean a lot. Again, I think it's a rare thing. I don't believe there's many guys out there that have maybe had a bit of a run with one team like I have, from being a player here for 12, 13 years and then going up and working for the GM and having a role that I think is valuable, where I get a chance to learn from some really bright people and some like-minded folks. Every day I'm up there, I learn from a lot of people, from everyone in the front office to guys who are bouncing ideas off me that I never even considered. It's a really fun place to be. I appreciate all of their input, and they've all made me hopefully a bit of a better baseball mind. But again, it is a rare thing that I'm extremely appreciative, and I have JD to thank for that.
You and JD have been through a lot together. And when you put it, we butted heads a lot.
Yeah,
How gratifying
Figuratively.
is it? What?
figuratively. Yeah.
Well, how gratifying is it that you were finally able to, what could have been a divorce ended up to be
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, I think he and I would agree that, and I've said this before, I think he and I would agree that a lot of times your moments where things don't go, aren't your best moments, don't have to be defining moments. They're tough moments. And a lot of times you get an opportunity to learn from them and just move on. I think fortunately JD and I were on the same page in that sense. I look back and had an opportunity to kind of reflect and think about how I would do certain things differently. I think he did the same. And I think that's a common denominator we had. We both shared that, and we've expressed those things that we should have done differently, or the things that we felt confident that we did right. So that's a really strong common denominator I think he and I have. He again, like Wash missed a game. JD, I think he has to hop on a red eye now to be there for his family in New York, and he sacrificed a lot to be here too, and I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
Michael,
Yeah.
Derek Jeter said he was your favorite player to watch. What were your thoughts when you heard that? And did you know that? Was that the first time you heard that?
Yeah, he and I became friends a long time ago. I think we played in a few All-Star games together, and then played for Team USA together. I think that's when he and I got a little closer. He's a very busy man, obviously. He got an important job right now, but baseball is special in that sense. You don't have to necessarily talk to somebody every single day to know that how special they are to you. So I definitely appreciate those kind words. Obviously, one of the best players of my generation. He's probably going to be, I would guess, the second guy to get 100% of the vote in the Hall of Fame next year. Deservedly so, and to hear that from not only a friend but a fellow competitor, It really does mean a lot.
The words that were most often used to describe you seemed like were,
Awesome.
no,
Oh.
definitely not awesome. Made others better and consummate pro. What are those words in terms of encapsulating your career?
Well, I mean, it does mean a lot. I do believe in the concept of team. This is what we do in baseball. It's a lot of individual little competitive confrontations out there wrapped up into this massive team concept. And when you do it right, it's a beautiful thing. But it requires everyone to be on the same page, everyone to pick each other up, everyone to really, really pull for the other guy to do well. Some people might talk about that, but to really have this feeling where you're pulling for the guy to do well is a tangible thing in a dugout. That's one thing I have learned being on this side of things now is that the level of intensity, we can all watch from the stands or from wherever. It doesn't do the level of intensity on the field justice. It's not the same watching it. And down there, it's way different. And like I said, it's a tangible feeling when you have a team that really believes in each other. I was really proud to be a part of some teams like that.
I'm going to guess that Game 6, the A-Rod strikeout is your favorite globe life moment.
Probably, yeah. That was a ride, man. I mean, that we took our franchise to a place that hadn't been before, and our fans were chomping at the bit for it, and that whole night was fun. It was, I think we got rain delayed for a little bit, and then literally it's a pretty special feeling when you have a bunch of guys sitting in a clubhouse knowing that we're about to punch our ticket to the World Series, knowing 100% we're going to win tonight. It's a pretty special feeling, and that's the way we felt that game.
How much would you like to have a roof when you played here?
I would have loved that. I think it's going to be a massive game changer. It's steamy down there. I probably, if you want me to, I can wring out my suit right now for you. That's how hot it gets down there. But it's going to be a massive difference. We're going to play in a gem of a ballpark. Fans are going to be comfortable. Players are going to be on a kind of even playing field. When we get our nice spring and fall weather here, we can leave it open. When we're in the middle of freaking hell in the summertime, we close it up. Problem solved, man.
Dirk was throwing some subtle shots at you for being
Not subtle. Nothing about that was subtle. Yeah. Yeah.
What does it mean to have support from other Dallas sports legends?
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Dallas is pretty special in that sense. A lot of the guys from all the local teams really support each other. Dirk and I have kind of gone way back. Our careers here kind of intertwined. We both played for the same team for a long time. He makes my 13 some odd years here look like a bit of a pit stop, considering how long he played for the Mavs. But it means a lot. We've hung out a lot. We'll probably hang out a little bit more now that he's got the retiree card like me, and he's a good dude. He's a good dude, hell of a player, and a hell of a representative for the city.
What do you remember about what you said to Wash in '07 when his first year was now?
Yeah, it was kind of similar to what Wash was talking about. Wash came over. The beautiful thing about Wash, like I said, man, he's baseball fire. He loves it, and he wanted to really jump in with both feet. And I remember we had some fun conversations back and forth. We all felt that he was going to be an incredibly great person for this job, if for no other reason, just based on his positive energy and his enthusiasm for the game, and he just loves baseball. But I remember we were sitting. I think we had a series in Orlando playing the Rays, and we got to a tough start. And Wash started asking me some questions, and I was like, Wash, you have to, I know you want to bring some new stuff over. He's like, yeah, but this team hasn't won, and in Oakland we did some things well. And I'm like, listen, dude, I was like, we have some strengths here too, and the only reason you guys won is because you have Hudson, Mulder, Zito. It's the only reason you beat us. So we went back and forth a few times on that one, but. It was good for me because he asked me to do a couple things to help him along, to get some buy-in from the guys. The only way we're going to find out how good we can be as a team is if everyone's on the same page, and he needed my help to make that happen in the clubhouse. I for a long time before that, I considered that part of my responsibility here. So, I told him just to consider that done.
That was a big meeting he held in Disney. If I remember right. That was like, you almost said it was a turning point of his managerial.
Yeah.
Where he really turned it on, right?
Yeah, he was. Again, he was only a month and a half into his managerial career. And '07 was kind of a dicey, tricky year because we had Tex got traded. There's a lot of moving parts to that season. But again, after that, like he was saying, we started just slowly building momentum. And then 2009, you can really kind of see this thing turning into something pretty cool. But I mean, through it all, Wash stays the same. He's passionate and he demands the same out of the players. You've got to bring effort and energy and a willingness to not just punch in, punch out, but to come to win. If it doesn't happen to go our way, that's fine. We can deal with that. But there's nothing. You have to come with that level of effort and expectation and have the bar raised at that level. Otherwise, he just wasn't going to stand for it. And, you guys all saw Wash laughing and having fun and joking, but he's extremely competitive cat. And that's probably the part about him I enjoyed the most, to be honest.
Michael, looking into the future, do you see yourself coaching or managing or making a team?
No, I don't. I think that the manager we have here is going to be here for a very long time. I think he's a very talented guy, and I think that he is going to be the guy who's going to lead our team into our next wave of championship-type seasons. I don't have any desire to leave this area right now. I enjoy my job that I have right now. So my goal is to do anything I can to help him along and get this organization back to where we want it to be. We're making headway. We're going to get there. It is a process. But my thoughts are 100% to be right in Chris Woodward's corner and to help him out as much as I can.